Good evening, everybody. Um, it's currently 11 o'clock on the East Coast. Um, Good afternoon to you if you're on a different side of the country. Good morning to you also if you're on a different side of the country right now. Today I'm going to be talking about how many people don't know their purpose. Everyone's purpose is to become an entrepreneur. It starts with a desire to do something, which becomes a purpose. Then you turn that purpose into a skill, and then that skill you use that to create a team, and then you manifest your purpose. And you manifest your team actually, so that they can build, and the purpose that you have expands, and that skill helps you with your team because you can teach, and the idea that you had continues to grow as well. So I'll break it down. So the idea comes from the passion of what you're passionate about. So anything that you're passionate about, something that you take a deep breath, okay? You wake up in the morning, you do it every single day, you love it, something that you're very passionate about though. You can make that into a business easily. Just start it. Start investing into it, do some research, read books, continue to grow with it. And then think back to when you were a child, something that you used to do all the time. You would never ask questions, but you would just do it. You would always do it. It was just something that you did, and you were thinking like a child because you were a child, but now think like a child. I don't mean be childish, but I mean the innocence. Think to your most innocent state to tap into your spirituality and what brings you peace, the joy you have for it, the love you have. Turn that into a business. Now let's talk about, so you have the idea, then you have the skill. So the skill, let's talk about the skill. The skill is, once you figure out the idea, you figure out the skill that you have for it. The skill is to start doing the idea. So once you have the idea, you start doing the idea. The way you acquire a skill is by learning, reading books, hands-on, technicalities, networking with other people that have the same skill. Networking with people, period. Because people have knowledge of the skills that you're trying to acquire. But it's important to talk to other people because they'll help you. And once you do that, you keep walking in that. You keep growing with it. If it requires you to go to school, then you go to school for it. If it requires you to buy something, then you buy it. You have the money that you make, you use that invested into the skill that you have, so that you can grow in that skill. And the earlier you do it, the better, because the years are going to keep going by. After that, then you have the purpose of it. So the purpose is what brings in the team. So the purpose is to help others. You seek to their emotions, what people need in this world. People need tradesmen, people with skills that work on hair. People need food. People need clothes. People need mechanics to fix cars for transportation. People need home people that do work on homes, that the construction work, tradesman work. People also need people that create, innovators, designers, people like artists, things that they can keep that hold dear to them. Think about emotions. Emotions are very important when you're also developing the purpose of the skill you have from the idea that you started. And then once you acquire a team, you have that team, you keep instilling everything that you learned into them, and you learn from them as well, so y'all can keep a production going, and you keep networking with people. You bring in more people, you figure out who you can trust, you figure out about money and paying. Take classes, as in financial literacy classes, take investment classes, business management classes, read books on them, study, put God first, make sure you're praying, reading the Bible, reading, walking in that, eating healthy as well. It helps your mind. Being around people that you can learn from is very important. If you spend more time being around people that you can learn from than people that don't make sense or align with your destiny, you'll see the growth meter start to go up. And the people around you that you were with, you're not going to feel the same. You're still going to love them, so you're still going to tell them right from wrong, but it still won't feel the same because the level of maturity and mentality that you're looking to get to, they're not quite there, so it could be harder to pick them up. And one thing about moving forward is to let go of the past and to actually walk in the destiny that God has for you. And then as you acquire that team, you keep building and building and building and building and building and building. For me, I've came to the realization that I'm going to work for the rest of my life. And I told myself I'm okay with that, because long as I know that I'm making a difference in the world, that's all that's important until the day I die. I'll never think about myself so much to where I feel like I can't help somebody else grow. That is not a great mentality to have, and that's not a mentality that any of us should have. The goal should always be to help the next person, to pick them up, look at their spirit rather than who they look like from the outside. Keep growing with them, build with them, open up doors for them. I've had many great, mature mentors, mature leaders, people I've worked alongside, people that I've talked with, great people I've communicated with. But it's all the same thing. They all speak the same language, the successful ones, and that's teamwork. Teamwork and ideas. So if you're that one person that thinks outside the box and you have a skill and you know it could change the world, you start walking in it. Do your own research outside of the time that you have work. Put time into that. The year's going to start going by and you're going to keep progressing. So I want everybody to enjoy their holidays with their family. Stay blessed. Don't stop reading. Keep progressing. And I'm going to keep investing to y'all. I hope y'all continue to invest into me. And everything is going to keep getting better for y'all. Just stay blessed. Keep your mentality sharp. Focus on what's important. Find your passion. Walk in your passion. Make it into a business and continue to grow.